At RaiseCredit.com, business credit is the name of the game. Learn how to build credit that'll look like more money than you've ever dreamed of. Both Wall Street and Main Street offer untold riches to people with credit, and RaiseCredit.com can teach you how to get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Ray Reynolds here with RaisWebinar.com. Please, as we begin, tablet and pen. I need you to think. We need to put this here, not just basically on a cell phone taking pictures. All right? Bottom line is you want to get to the American dream. I know you've heard it before, blah, blah, blah. The reality is most people give you blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm kind of blunt, so don't take it personally. There's a toll-free number. When I'm done, you can call during and even after when I'm done. It's 800-510-3338. Now, the ultimate thing is the information is protected. You'll hear things today you've never heard before. I guarantee that. We're going to talk about basically in the beginning, all right, all the problems. Have you been knocked down? You got your credit jacked up, something called it screwed up? I look at it this way. There's always something going wrong and someone trying to take it away. All right, that's how I look at it. Safety credit, write it down, please. Line of defense. I want you to be able to see it, believe it, and go get it. And I'll show you exactly what that means today through this overview. I also don't want you to bring the pain home, so write that down too. The ability is, yes, we get knocked down, but it's how you get back up again and again that matters the most. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about my journey a little bit, then I want your journey to begin with me. I want to hold your hand. I really do. It's kind of fun. So the bottom line is getting past go. I'm going to start when I was 3 years old. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope dropped me off at the pier at 6:30 every morning from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. I thought she was a she-devil from hell. I got to learn how to steal and beg off the pier. Kind of sucked. But one thing I started as a little boy is I grabbed magazines about rich and famous people. Then I started reading books. I wanted to put something together because I don't know if you know about Redondo Beach Pier, but you see Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, Marina del Rey. All you see is money. I wanted my money too. So let's see how good I did. Well, the reality is I got my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, my yachts, my mansions. I even broke world records as well. Having more fun. You know what? I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Don't forget the helicopter too. That's half the fun. And don't forget the Ferraris. Got to do that too. You see, here's the thing. All right, I've been told no a billion times in my life. I believe in God and I believe in me. I've actually got the rules and the tools down, so let's write it down. It's Ray's rules. All right, I want to play, but I want you to win. Now, winning the game of business, I wrote it 43 years ago. You see, I had to move 24 times by the time I was 11 and a half years old. Kind of sucked. You know, those people were mean on the 1st and the 15th. I'll bet you they were trying to pay their rent or their mortgage. They're just not very nice people at all. I want you to listen, learn, get the rules and the tools today. Then I want you to join me every Saturday in my workshops, my boot camps, all the things I've been doing. All right, teaching basically for 43 years, Ray's rules. Never bring the pain home. As a kid, I was lucky. I got used and abused, but I was lucky I connected the dots. You see, a corporation's a legal person. I learned that at 7.5 years old. 9.5, I started Helping Hand Industries. Brought in 100,000, then $1 million, double $1 billion by the time I was 26. How am I doing so far? You see, for me, I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. I'm keeping a promise right now. When I was in a coma. Now, I'm going to tell you flat out, if you give me 90 days, all right, I will do the work for you. I'll have you in the direction, getting the $1 million dream. The main thing is I need you to follow through as well. But you're stuck with me at the seminar, workshop, and the boot camp all the way. I never passed the buck. Now today, let's look at today's date. It's the 2nd of November. See, we're in our 4th quarter. And the problem is you got 37 days left of the year, working days to get that corporation and the division set up. If not, you just kind of screwed up. You see, you want the 2-year statute. See, I want to get you 100,000 of personal credit. I want to get you 100,000 of corporate credit. Franchise, house, apartment complex, maybe some real estate, commercial real estate too. I like to hold your hand and make sure you do it right. But the bottom line is today, what if you lose your job or have an emergency? Well, what happens next is pretty simple. You run out of money, you run out of time, you jack up your credit again, and you bring the pain home in 42 days. Is that true about you? It probably is. There was a better way to do this versus bringing the pain home, by the way. So here's the thing. Let's start tomorrow morning at 4:30 in the morning. You ready? As we do this, we have to realize a couple things. When I worked with Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW years ago, had some fun teaching him some things too. Please write down Credit Services Act. Google it later today. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission, where it says credit repair is a scam. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they all seem to break those rules too. It'll also refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. So what are you supposed to do now? Kind of guess? The reality is today I'm going to give you the rules and the tools so you don't have to guess anymore. Then I'm going to invite you to my workshop on Saturdays. The NACB, the only one they ever certified was me. Kind of fun too. You see, I'm supposed to be the number one or the top one master credit consultant in the world today because they said so. Maybe because I built $3.6 billion for my clients. That might have something to do with it too. Now let's go to your SSN. If you don't know what that means a Social Security card, by the way. Ladies, I'll bet you got it in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, I bet you it's in your back pocket. I don't know if you understand. We were told to get an SSN as a teenager so we can go get the job. See, an SSN creates a 1040 tax return. But the reality is the credit system used it and abused it, and now it tracks us all the time. They're not even supposed to use it at all. But you got one of these. By the way, you brought the pain home because you allowed yourself to be the duck. We're going to teach you a better way to play the game. Now look at that card that's in your purse or wallet today. It'll say, do not laminate, don't use for writing purposes, don't carry with you. It'll tell you flat out it's not even yours. How's that? You see, there's the application you filled out years ago. And what happened next? Look at the card in front of you now. It says it's not yours. Property of Social Administration today. You see, that credit system has used it and abused it. They're not supposed to. They broke the rules and the tools. Because I created what's called a rapid rescore, I get to block a lot of your crap. I get to rapid rescore you to 820 and more. Is that okay with you? Because they're breaking the rules every day. If you want the 820, just let me know. You see, what I do is basically I rebuild your credit. All right, do the rapid scoring. The office here sells it for $9.98. That's pretty good. The difference is when I'm doing a webinar like this with you today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer it to you for $499. Then I'm going to basically give you a $1,000 cash credit card too. Then I'm going to invite you to the credit educational class online for 3 months if you want. So what I do is I charge for the rapid rescore and I do the credit rebuilding for free. Then I give you the $1,000 card. What excuse would you have now? You wouldn't have one at all. What we do because of COVID-19, we take Zelle wire deposit. The bottom line is merchants don't work most of the time anyway. So as we do this, what I'd like to do for you today is repackage you. Your house, your car, your bank account. Sorry to say, I think you're doing it wrong anyway. All right, but I only brought in $2 billion at 26 under corporate structure. You might want to listen and learn to me. All right, I don't want you bringing the pain home anymore. Credit, hey, I love credit. It saved my life as a kid, get off the pier, and it saved my life as an adult, getting out of that coma. So let's see what happens to you today. Every time I hear some ding-dong go, money for a rainy day, in my life it doesn't rain. It always pours. The reality is, guess what happens? There's always 10 things that go wrong at a time. Now let's talk about you today. You know what? What if you needed $5,000 right away? What would you do? Come on, tell the truth. What would you do if you needed $5,000 right now? Not go refinance your house. It takes 16 weeks and probably they say no. You see, you're going to ask your friends and your family and the bank. Don't worry. They're going to say no too. The card in my hand is worth $5,000, the one on the screen. If you had to max it out and you had safety credit, like I'm telling you flat out, the payment is $50 a month. Well, that means because you waste that every other day, you could have made yourself through it. Because of your lack of planning, you back yourself in a corner. Money for a rainy day is crap, crap, crap. Let's understand. They say that you, all of you today, waste $140 a week. Is that true about you? See, here's a Venture and a Venture One card. $50,000 a piece. Are you listening? Are these turned on? You see, personal credit, you can't write it off or the interest rate at all. So when you take money and credit from the family, all right, and bring the pain home, that's called silliness. So let's do this. If you had to max out a $50,000 on a card, the payment is $612.26. Exactly what you waste or piss away every month. Stop doing that. You could have had two pizza locations. You could have built the American dream for what you're wasting every month. So let's understand today, we're going to restructure this the right way. So let's think about this. Plan on the what? Problems. There's going to be someone who pisses you off and tries to take it away. They say it's most of your friends and family anyway. So safety credit, line of defense, we're going to go through that some more because I want you to see it, believe, and go get it every day. The ability you have, it's like goal setting. You know, everyone talks about it, blah, 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 to me. The reality is reaching the goal. I reached every goal I've ever had by the time I was 26. It's like when I do self-motivation to myself, and I believe in myself. I believe in God and me. You're going to have to believe in yourself too. When I broke the world record for the highest high kick on the planet today, still stands to be me. White men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. Don't you get this? Don't listen to people. Whatever they say, you can't do this or that, turn it off. God gave you an idea and a gift. Use it, don't abuse it, but then help other people today. Let's go back to that SSN you got when we were teenagers to get the job. That means we got 2 write-offs if we're lucky. And what happens next is pretty simple. It's true. You got an Aspirion, a TransUnion, an Equifax 2. Then you jacked up the credit 20 past 29%. You got stuck. Couldn't get any more. Is that about you? You see, when you jack up the card past 29%, you're always going to get stuck. Then you can't get any more because you don't know the rules and the tools how to play the game and win. They didn't want to teach you. Well, me, I'm going to give you the tools and the rules. I had nothing to lose. So the reality is because I have everything I've ever wanted so far. Guess what? The other reason you got the SSN? We're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way. Census tells us how much more money to print. Especially since Nixon took the gold standard out. They haven't stopped printing money 24/7. So here's what I want you to do. On that tablet and pen, rank a list. Write down Ray's rules. Write down 100,000 of credit, please. Remember the rule? 29%. Write it down. That would have gave you 71,000 of safety credit in case you lost your job or had a pandemic. Kind of makes sense now. You see, when you take money and credit from the family, you rolled the dice and said, honey, we're going to hurt the family some more because we like doing that every day. Stop doing that because that only brings the pain home. I don't get this. I had to master the rules and tools by the time I was 9.5 years old because I had to get out of hell. But you probably got the mommy and daddy. Maybe that's why some of you are lazy today. The reality is pretty simple. I'm going to tell it like it is. You see, there's me in a coma at 5.5 years old. I hit the curb with my face going 40 miles an hour. Boom! I'm never going to walk again. Well, guess what? I got up anyway. There's me in another coma in 2009. All right, I'm just waiting there to die. Now, what did I do wrong? I got worth billions of dollars, but I took people to watch my fireworks on my corporate yacht parked in my backyard. Where you park yours again? You see, I'm one of the most verified people on the planet today. All right, bottom line is I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. So the bottom line is, guess what? I took people on my yacht to watch the fireworks on July 4th, 2009. The next day, I'm in the hospital waiting to die. Then they call it H1N1. What did I do when I came out of the coma for 5 weeks? I walked around with an oxygen tank. Kind of sucks. But I got no mommy and daddy that say, help me please, because they threw me away as a little boy. So you know what? I put my credit score back to an 820. I did this in 5 weeks because I know how to block all the BS out there, because your creditors aren't supposed to use your Social Security number, SSN, for credit purposes anyway. Then I popped another $1 million of credit. I don't stay down, and from now on, if you play with me, neither will you. But again, are you willing to listen and learn? I know you bought those books, How to Make Money, or the secret bull crap, blah, blah, blah crap. It's like the motivational crap. All right, we all like to hear it, but the reality is at the end of the day, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. Now I got to deal with COVID-19 too? Wear a mask? Okay, I'll wear a mask. Hell, I'd rather wear a bevel around my friggin' head versus laying in the hospital there being dead in the past. So you got a choice today. You get a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? You're going to have to make a decision today. I tell you to wear a mask. And the other thing is, the lazy ones, do whatever you want. The ones who really want to go get it, don't be comfortable. Listen to me. I've never been comfortable a day in my life. I got 10 billion still coming in the next 36 months because I'm having fun. By the way, I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years. I don't seem to need one. Now, what I do every day is I get up at 2:25 in the morning. I fall to my knees and I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go find a mirror and I stare at myself for 2 minutes. Try this. It's kind of fun. I call it the raised mirror test. You see, I take responsibility for everything for my life. That's why I stare at myself. What am I going to do next? The next thing is I ask myself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? The answer is no. Then why are you sleeping in past 4:30 in the morning? You got work to do. Next thing is there more to be done? You know, the one that thinks it sucks? I've done seminars, workshops, and boot camps for 43 years. Millions of clients. I ask them all the same question. Did God give you an idea, a dream, and a vision? They all say, yes, he did. They go, what did you do next? Oh, you went and asked your friends and family what they think? Why would you do that? Don't you realize most of the people around you want to keep you down? Some of them are the ones that ripped you off the last time too. Do yourself a favor. If God gave you the vision and the dream, all right, shh, go get it. Don't cloud your direction in any way. You see, for me, we're going to talk about money next. Why? It's one of my top 10 things in my life that I love best. It's not my top 5, but it is in my top 10. I love money. Not afraid to say it at all. You know why? I don't have to steal or beg off the pier. I can feed my family, pay my bills. Heck, I can help people like you if you pay attention today. Now this time you better damn well follow through. We're all getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. Come on, 90% of people hate their job anyway. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? It sure in the hell isn't mine, but it could be yours. You never know. Now let's go back to Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. I got to stay in the bedroom, which actually was my pantry next to the garage. You know, they had a poker game every Wednesday night. I used to take my little notes. They thought I was weird. Probably true. You know what they said one night? They said a corporation's a legal person. Oh my goodness. I'm going, oh my goodness. I can find that what? To get out of hell? As long as I can basically figure it out. I couldn't sleep all night long. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department the next day. I asked the lady, would you help me please? She says, okay, let me see. Oh, this is a microfiche. Here's a book. You see, I was looking for the same thing you're looking for today. Every one of you buying the book about secrets or building a business or blah, 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 all you heard is someone else's crap. Okay? End of the day, you need the money. Is that true? Yes or no? You need the money to go get the business and how to play the damn game. I got pissed off. Royally pissed off. All right? Cannot believe all these geniuses in the world who didn't know how to write a friggin' book for the average person like you and me. You know, I have an IQ off the chart, total recall in most things, having fun. So I always said I'll take on anybody knowledge to knowledge on this planet every friggin' day, because I think most people are full of blah, blah, blah anyway. So guess what? There's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. Yeah, that system there got me my first 100,000 at 9.5, a million at 14, double billion at 26. How the hell am I doing today? And what about you? Why aren't you doing it today? Are these turned on? I hope so. How about How about $841 million of real estate? That's right. I wanted to hit $1 billion before I went into the coma. Oh, well, I guess God had another plan. You know, I was a consultant for banks for years. I wrote a book, How to Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, too. And don't forget winning the game of business as well. When I was at the Bonaventure in Los Angeles for 32 years before my coma, I sold those books and CDs for $20,000 a pop. Every Wednesday night there was a line around the hotel. We found these books and CDs in the credit hotline's warehouse when they all ran home to go get their unemployment check. They shut down their doors because they didn't care about anybody but themselves. So guess what today? The sales team sells it for $999. That's pretty good. But you know what? When you're in a webinar with me, I try to give you a better discount, if that's okay with you. It's $299. 18 books, 18 CDs. Now you can hear me 24/7 and get to the workshop and have more fun. Zelle wire deposit, how we get paid through COVID-19. Take a picture of that page today. You see, the next thing is what I got to do is the real thing. I got to rebuild your credit. I got to do the rapid score to block all the crap you screwed up in the past. A credit line, articles, books, CDs, and classes. I need you to understand. I want you stuck with me. Write it down. Every credit card you have right now in your personal wallet better be at 25 to 29%. That's the only way you're going to create and maintain an 820 credit score. Yes, I know Credit Karma is free. Go look at it today. They want to have 33%. That way you clickety-clack every time. By the way, they have no phone number to talk to you. They get indicted for lying anyway. But you know what? If you look at your credit cards at Credit Karma, anything at 29% is in the green, 30% is in the yellow, anything above is in the red. It just proves what I've been saying all along for 43 years. I got to make you a qualified CFO. You want to play with the truth? I'll make you a millionaire. I'll even guarantee it under the corporate structure today. Again, are you willing to listen and learn? It's like the gold and platinum cards. These are my favorite cards because I always get groups of 10 at a time. By the way, if I convert them on my dashboard to pay over time, you don't have to worry about the fee. The points will pay for that too. And then the 25% and the 29% doesn't matter at all. I can push them up to $1 million card. Me, I like taking one of them, pushing up to 100,000. Daisy chain 9 more, get 9 new ones too. You want $1 million of credit for you? Let me know. Every division should be a bucket of money, tax balancing too. It should be a franchise or a piece of real estate. Why not? See, this group of 8 people this last week, I got them their pack of 10. They're just having fun as I teach them and how to have fun, pushing up to $100,000 of credit. I'm going to teach them how to get a different card, additional cards, and daisy chaining too. See, I like for people who really want to go get it, having $1 million dream. But again, it's up to you. You got the ability today, if you want to Zelle, wire, deposit, anything you get to do, because that's how we get paid through today, because of COVID-19. Now let's understand something today. There's 4 points of making money with me. You want to make money, right? First thing we talk about is real estate. Maybe we'll get a fixer-up or a duplex, a fourplex apartment complex. My specialty is real estate, commercial real estate, by the way. Now, I want you to think about a franchise too. But we got to pick one that's open to COVID-19, like the McDonald's, the Taco Bell, or the Wendy's when they got the beef. We can also do profit sharing as well. By the way, I was also known for incorporating rich and famous people in the past. And you know what? I created 84 ways to leverage money. I can turn these into 99 more cards every day. I only teach you 3 or 4 ways to play that because that's all you're going to need. So as we do this some more, guess what? There's a Lamborghini in front of you. Well, don't worry. That's one of the car collections I've had. It's kind of fun. I love the Lamborghini cars, don't you? Look at the people around you today that are rich and famous. They drive company cars and hell, they ride it all up, but not you. You get a paycheck. Isn't that nice? It's already been taxed to death. You get the leftover. You pay your bills. Then you pay for a car you should not. Then you take money and credit from the family and roll the dice and say, honey, let's hurt the family some more. Stop it. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. I bought my first Lamborghini. Hell, I was 14 and a half years old. What were you doing? I was at Orange Coast College at the time. By the way, I want you to listen carefully. We got to get you a corporate car. Tax ID, fleet price. Is that okay with you? See, today, I'll bet you're using that paycheck to pay the car you're driving today, the payment, the gas, registration, insurance, too. Don't you realize your paycheck is called taxable what? Income? Can you yell the word no right now, please? Why the heck would anybody be driving a damn car in their own damn name when they don't have to? All right? They want to pay more tax. Okay, that's okay, too. You see, here's the thing. We got to go back to that SSN again. That's where you began your credit. All right? Understand again, you got one SSN. Federal Trade Commission says today that 96% are screwed up. Is that going to be you? You see, you got a choice today. All right? Do not laminate. Do not use for ID purposes. Don't carry it with you. It's not even yours. There's your application. There's the back of your card right in your hand. So why the hell are you letting the credit system abuse you? They're not even supposed to use it in the first place. A rapid refresh that I invented years ago blocks all your crap and builds you back up to an 820. You want to play yet? Let me know. Because that SSN is good. But it's supposed to only be for tax write-offs of 2 and a 1040 tax return. But again, because the system's breaking the rules and the tools, guess what you got? You got a TransUnion, an Experian, an Equifax too. And the moment you jack it up, you drop the score, get stuck, can't get any more. Is that about you today? See, the problem is you don't know how to play the game. We got to teach the world how to play the game before I die again. SS 4 times 4. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. A little liability, but we get to take all the credit and the interest rate, write it all off too. You see, you're playing the wrong way. Sorry. Yes, it's the truth. Corporation, line of defense, division, subsidiaries, and more. You know, if you allow me as an affiliate, I can build you an Experian, a TransUnion, and Equifax. How many would you like? The problem is you haven't learned how to play. You'll try on your own. You'll fall on your face. Come back to me anyway. Because I'm the only one who created the system in the first place. Gotta have fun. But again, write down SS 4 times 4. Don't name a corporation after you or name what it does. From there, I gotta get you to write down line of defense. Can you do that for me, please? See, if you had 5 houses, you have to have 5 divisions. So you got 5 franchises, same thing. You gotta realize current business too. Now, here's what I get to do for you. Would you like $100,000 or $1 million card? Which one do you like? Okay, then you get to finance the business, never have to put any more money into the company at all. But what happens? I already offered you $100,000 of credit earlier. That's personal credit. It's got to be called what? Safety credit, line of defense, and don't use more than 29%. How many of you basically took money and credit from the family, you start the business and hurt the family in the first place? I'll bet you all did that because you didn't know how to play. Never bring the pain home anyway. This is called Ray's Rules and Tools. I created this at 9.5 years old because I had to get out of hell. The reality is I didn't get the mommy and daddy like you. Maybe that's why I had to go get it. All right? And I like the goodies, don't you? Everybody talks about it every day. You can go buy those books about blah, blah, blah some more. Or you can listen to learn the truth. SSN was for the 1040. All right? You got 2 write-offs. Big deal. SS 4 times what for? Is an 1120. Almost a little liability, and what? You get to write off all the credit cards, interest rates, and more. You see, here's the thing. This is your life and what you're supposed to be doing. All right? You got a choice today. Listen to Ray's rules. Learn how to play and hold my hand because I'm going to hold your hand too. Now, what I do for the corporate setup is pretty simple. If you got one, you pay $3,000 plus and got a stock kit too. Oh, goody for you. I want to do the articles, the also the tax ID. I'm going to charge you $9.99, hand it to you, teach you how to fish. I want you in the workshop with me for 90 days for corporate setup. Level 1 for divisions 2. You see, every time you watch your favorite movie, you say the lines before they do. That's $99 too. So the office sells it for $19.98, but wait, there's more. I give it away for $999. The bottom line is simple. I hand you $5,400 of cash credit, 3 times you invested in yourself, and then I give you the rapid rescore and the credit building too for free. Now, what excuse you got today since you've all wasted thousands of dollars before? Why don't you invest in yourself and let me hold your hand? The millionaires in the making is my favorite one. See, I've taken homeless people and made them into millionaires. I can do it to you. Step 1, simple. Put all the pieces together, analyze you twice. Office sells it for $3,995. But me, I offer for $2,499 today. But then I hand you 8 times your money back to you. $25,000 of cash credit. Now what's your excuse? You stub your toe, got to go blow your nose? Zelle wire deposit, period. Now you're stuck with me. I like playing the game, but I want to win. You see, you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube. That's kind of fun too. But you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might just want to go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, and never bring the pain home again. But again, you got to listen and learn. And you know what I learned at 7.5 years old standing out that poker game? Let's look at this flat out. You ready to read with me? If you can't see it, we'll read it out loud. It's not here to be legal advice at all. This is Chapter 18 for corporations. It says a corporation's a legal person. By the way, they have more rights than you and I do. And if you don't want a business today, that's on you. I'd like to incorporate you anyway. I give you personal credit, business credit, get all the write-offs you're not getting anyway. Doctors, CPAs, and attorneys do it every day. You can learn how to play too. By the way, let's look at the United States of America Incorporated. They set up their line of defense, but you have not yet. Why? Every state is a corporation, ladies and gentlemen. The states set up their line of defense too, called cities. Every city is a corporation. That's why they got to file that Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the past. If you don't set up your line of defense too and work within the system they gave you, that's on you. You see, you got to stand up to the plate because you are what's called we the people. We get to learn to play too. But again, this is on you. You see, Nixon, they took the gold standard out, handed in the key to the printing press. Let's print some more money every day. You and me, we got our SSN as a teenager to get the job, remember? But now Mama gave delivered to a baby this morning. She's being told to sign the SSN now for the baby. Federally mandated, because if that baby doesn't get a Social Security number issued, all right, before it goes home, it can't go home at all. Mama can't put the baby in the stroller, the car seat, and go home unless she signs the SSN form. All right, our government needs to know how much more money to print. We're bonded, each one of us, for our government. That's okay too. Don't be the duck, because that kind of sucks for you. You got a choice today, the SSN. It's called safety credit again. Let's understand the corporation. We're going to set one up. It's never going to do business. It's going to get a bunch of credit. Set up the line of defense. Every division and subsidiary and more. Debt follows tax ID. You want to be the duck some more, or you want to play with me? It'll be up to you at the end of the day. You see, I don't want you to do what? Ever bring the pain home. If Donald Trump can bankrupt 4 corporations in the past and not bring the pain home, so could you. Rich and famous people do it every day, so could you. Cities do it too, so could you. What's wrong with you? Are these suckers turned on today? I pray that you listen and learn, because you never had to bring the pain home ever, but you did. You see, credit cards start credit score. Credit score give you more like a house and a car. They do a damn thing for your credit report, but they sit there looking pretty. Lest you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw them up. Remember, 29%. 25 to 29% on every given credit card. I got to get you to the workshop and make you a CFO so you can go get the $1 million dream. Got to rebuild you. Isn't that going to be fun too? You see, I like the golds and the platinums. As long as I put them on my dashboard and get them paid over time, we can push them up as much as we want. And the 25 to 29% rule doesn't affect them at all. You want $1 million? Get you one card, teach you how to push it up to 100,000, daisy chain it, or get more as well. You can get up to $1 million of credit today if you want to. If you want the $1 million package, there you go. You call 800-510-3338 too. You see what happens at the end of the day. I like changing lives every week. I like to play the game. And that's just the way it is for me. So I can get you one, teach you the daisy chain, or get you some more too. The only thing is you're going to have to follow through. Can you do that and pick up a phone today? But again, that's on you. I like building credit. I don't like the fact that they're breaking the rules and the tools. Just like when you look at the SSN, don't laminate, don't use for ID purposes, don't carry with you, it's not even yours. All right? I just got to tell you the truth. You got the application you filled out before. In the back of the card, there it is. Look at the card in front of you. It doesn't belong to you at all. But the credit system keeps using and abusing and breaking the rules and tools. Wrap or rescore, get to block all the crap. Build you up to an 820 some more. You want to play? By the way, I'm the only one on the planet that can do rapid refresh because I invented it. I own the rights too. There's an 820. Would you like one too? You see, I do the rapid refresh and I do the credit building for free. Then I offer you a $1,000 credit card just for the fun of it. Give you twice as much as basically invested in yourself to get rid of all your excuses. I mean, I watch people spend and waste and piss away thousands of dollars, but here's something that's going to change your life. I'll even basically offer you to go to the class for 90 days online, how to make sure you don't screw it up anymore. There's a Zelle, a wire deposit. That's all you got to do. That's how we get paid through COVID-19. Now, I broadcast up to 3 times a day, live, and on Saturday too, up to 9 classes. You know, I don't like pre-recorded crap. I don't like blah, blah, blah. I want the rules and the tools and the facts flat out. And I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. Can you follow through? Because I know I do. But again, it's simple. We got to realize here, Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, like some of you. You know what they got to do? They know how to play the game too. They got $1 billion in the bank. They didn't want to pay tax at all, so they wrote themselves an IOU. I know some of you are going to say rich people don't pay tax. I'm going to say shut up and join them. If Mickey can do it, so can you. But that's on you too. You got a choice. SS4 times 4. A little liability and all the write-offs you want, and some more. Ooh, I like that today. I can get a corporation, division, subsidiaries too. What's stopping me? Nothing. What's stopping you? You're in your own damn way today. Still got to make you a qualified CFO. I like to build credit reports. You want an Experian, an Equifax, TransUnion under an SS4? Let me know. I'll build you as many as you want. Nothing after meeting me today will get in your way besides you. Personal credit again, write it all off? No, can't write off a darn thing. That's why it's called safety credit. The way I designed this in 1986, how about we get 8 credit cards per division, 9 lines of credit. By the way, we're getting the cash first, ladies and gentlemen. I know online you see trade lines and crap. That's all it is crap. Oh, you don't have to guarantee corporate credit. You want a Staples card? No, we want cash and king and queen, right? Because it takes money to get honey. Is that correct, ladies? The bottom line is 8 supply cards, 10 vendor cards, 10 marketing cards, lease card, gas cards too. You can play the game if you want to play with me. Because guess what? I'm going to make sure you get there up to the $1 million dream and make you the qualified CFO you need to be. It's pretty simple today. All right. Again, corporate setup is $9.99 today. Okay, $5,000 of credit, $54 back to you, 3 times plus more, and the credit wrapping, rescore, and rebuilding too. Now what's your excuse? By the way, you piss away that every other month as it is. Why don't you invest in yourself today and step up to the plate? Learn to win. It's kind of like the Millionaire's Founders Kit, the $1 Million Dream, $1 Million Boot Camp too. I like creating these things because I put all the pieces together. I can do 2 analyzations. Office ones that sell for $39.95, that's okay. Next thing is I like to give it to you for $24.99 because I like to give you $25,000 of cash credit through the program. That'll be 8+ times your money invested in yourself back to you in corporate credit. Zelle wire deposit. You know, when I studied Mr. Buffett's father first, then I studied him, I think the whole world's getting it wrong today. I really do. You see, the man has 100 companies. He owns his favorite 10. He owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Bridge Jewelry, Fruit of the Loom. This man's playing the game, but why aren't you playing the game and winning too? You can play starting today if you want to. You see the dashboard I get to set up for you? I'll tell you no authorized user crap. I'll tell you no trade line because that's a joke. It does not work. So I got to make you that qualified what again? CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Raised rules is $20,000 to get to the million to the billion. That's why you got to get to the workshop with me. Today is just an overview. You see, I'm the one who invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I can get you 99 more cards after every card you ever do. From there, we got to talk about corporate credit. Why is the only thing we get to write off at all? That's why it's called raised rules and tools. The ability not to bring the pain home ever again. Now here's some bars in front of you. It's pretty simple. All right, if you have the intent to defraud or rip anybody off, I would definitely testify, get you a court of law. You're going to run a real company. There's no crooks on my dime. Here's 3 divisions that floated in front of you. Corporation, line of defense. What happens? Every grocery store or bank you see empty before, during, and after COVID-19 is over. Understand, they bankrupt a piece. They never do anything besides write it all off. So if we got a problem with the division or entity or subsidiary, we're going to do what they do. You might want to call it a Donald Trump, a Wells Fargo, rich and famous people, or Citibank too. You see, the bottom line is we get to play the same game they got to. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save a piece. We're probably going to bankrupt the piece, keep all the other pieces, and never bring the pain home ever again. Why would he have to do that? See, when we as people hurt the family, it sucks. When these companies screw up a division, they write it all off, all right, off their taxes as a loss. You see, you got to incorporate you. We get to play the same game too. It's like when you bought your house, sorry to say, I'd probably say you did it wrong anyway. Don't take it personally, because escrow works for you, but you let them tell you what to do. It should have been escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow recorded in a trust. If somebody today sues you, they take everything you got. If you die, it's stuck into probate. All right? You didn't leave your family anything besides diddly squat. Fix up on a property today with me? Well, we're going to do what? We're going to call a contractor. When you hire the contractor is going to hire the subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers, but if they cut every corner they can and they slip and fall and they sue you, they're going to take everything you got today. Why? Because you didn't listen to me and learn how to play. I would take every piece of property, quickly deed it to a division, do an assignment of equity too. At the end of the day, I want to make sure they get diddly squat. Why not? But again, the reason basically you fell down in the past, because you let someone knock you down. All right, you could have protected yourself. What did I say in the beginning today? Plan on somebody getting in your way or trying to take it away from you. Please Google the word irrevocable trust today. If I was you, I'd pick that one. But that's up to you too. Fixing of that property today, pretty simple. All right, some of you like to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. You see, we have to play by the rules and the tools. The IRS is the rules and the tools. Master the rules and the tools, because why? Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. If you created a mess, go back to irs.gov, download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your COVID-19 check, get your butt back in the system today. See, Ray's rules and tools will help you all the way. That's why I started to do this 43 years ago. Now, I want you to have 4 more divisions to fix at that property. Maybe we're going to have one for carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. I want to teach you to go to the manufacturer. Save up to 70%. I don't want you to pay a bill for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. We're going to use our money to fix up the property. Escrow closes, pays off the debt. Now you have up to $200,000 left over. What are you going to do with that? Act like you're rich? Please don't do that. Have you had $10,000 to $100,000 in the past? And some of you pissed it away, now you're broke today? Shame on you. Raise rules, write it down, leveraging money, borrow money is not taxable. You see, you got to set up your line of defense. You got to make sure you can believe it, see it, and go get it. Now, for me, before my coma in 2009, my location was Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square feet. Locations around the globe, doing $1 million plus a day, helping people like you. I'm just having fun. You know, the bank would call me or be at the office every morning at 9 o'clock going, Ray, what can I do for you? See, banks always kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot to piss in, they don't know your name. We're going to teach you how to leverage the money and make the bank verify itself, by the way. Did you know banks borrow from the Feds times 10? Loan back 5 to us. So if you did it my way, you could have got up to $3 million of credit. What would we do? Well, the McDonald's cost $2 million. We'd use that borrowed money, which is not taxable, get a McDonald's, a Big Mac, a fry, and a chocolate shake, too. You want one? Let me know. Because everybody can do this if they want to. It's like when I got the Rolex years ago. I didn't want to pay for it. I wanted it for free. I set up a division for jewelry. I got it wholesale price of $39,000. They overnighted the watch. I had to pay for it for 30 days. I put a loan on a watch it did not own, paid the invoice when it came in too. And at the end of the day, what did I do? I put the money in the bank to maintain the payments on the watch it did not own, and the company got it for free. Is that okay with you? Maybe you want to learn a couple things from me. What do you think? The ability to see it, believe it, go get it. But you're going to have to beat your own doubt. I'll set up the money, the credit, everything you need in the corporate structure too. The bottom line is you're going to have to run that race every day. It's like cash flow free up your time. If I give you a brand new corporation today, I would tell you flat out, because we need the 2020 date on it, or divisions, then I'd tell you, let's look up C191D. 8 ways to loan out money. Take a card like this and go get $50,000 off the card. What are we going to do? We're going to help 5 people save their house. We're going to put a second on their house, a homestead blocker, and UCC 1-2, and a chattel mortgage. And you know what we did? We just created $2,449 cash flow per month. Oh, you need more? We can create $5,000. Oh, you need more? $7,400. You have the ability to create your own cash flow using about a 90-day window to free up your time and go get what you really want to. 90% of people hate their jobs anyway. Hey, I'll show you some mansions, some yachts, and some helicopters too. Still got to get you past go. The reality is it's up to you. I just want to make sure you understand the rules and the tools and the truth. I used to call this one God's gift. Where do you park your corporate yacht and race boat? I parked mine in the backyard at the time. Again, I like the corporate helicopter, the Lamborghini in the building too. I mean, wouldn't you? Please change your driver's license today. Address to a P.O. box or a mailing address, please. The last time you wrote a check, you pulled out your driver's license, you said, "Here I am. Go rob my house. I'm not home right now." If you want, you can sue me and take it all away too. You see, you're going to have to learn how to protect your assets. We have the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. You got a choice today. I told you I want to repackage your whole life, your house, your car, your bank account. I'm not going to leave anything unturned. I'm going to make sure I repackage you. All right? The last time you bought a car, what did you do? You let somebody sweat you for hours on end. Oh, goody. You lost $5,000 up to 9 inquiries, too. Goody for you. You know what? You're only entitled to 6 inquiries every 680 days. The next time, if you don't want to listen to me and they hand you the paper, we got to run your credit, next to your signature, write down allows 1 inquiry only. Take a picture, please. That's what I want you to do. You see, I don't know why you're not listening, going to get the company car under tax ID and at fleet price. I can help every one of you do that every Saturday when I'm doing a workshop too. Now, hopefully this isn't you. Someone takes their car, goes to the grocery store or the bank, little bumpity bump. The other person actually, I think I whiplash, I'm going to die. Ah! And they ask you for the driver's license, the insurance, the registration, please. The driver's license has your home address on it. Oh, goody. The insurance for the car you drive today, are you paying for that bill or are you letting the corporation write it all off? Oh, we got the registered owner as you? So you're the duck? Oh, goody. They're going to call these nasty attorneys on TV and they're going to sue you and take everything you got. Isn't that good? Why didn't you listen like I told you in the beginning today? Planning somebody pissing you off and getting in your way, trying to take it away. I want the division to basically be the registered owner, the lien holder to be the corporation too, and at the end of the day, I want to make sure they get diddly squat. Why not? But again, it's up to you to listen and learn, is it not today? You got the ability to listen and play with me because I only know how to make money. It's kind of fun. You see, July 3rd, 2009, I took my corporate credit card. All right, I took my corporate yacht from my backyard. There's the address at the time. I said fill it up with $1,600. Wrote off the interest rate and the card too, and the yacht. Hell, why not? But I took people to watch the fireworks on July 4th. July 5th, I get to lay there in a coma and I get to die. H1N1. Swine flu, pneumonia, pandemic number 9. Now we got to work at 19. See, the bottom line is pretty simple. I came out of the coma, all right? I walk around with an oxygen tank. I don't have a mommy and daddy because they threw me away as a little boy. They didn't give a shit about me. So I had got me. I put my score back to an 820 because I knew how to do that right away overnight. Then I popped $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down, and from now on, neither will you if you play with me. I want to make sure you don't bring the pain home ever again. God's using me to help you if you pay attention today. Keeping my promise, even though I was in the coma, I got to die. I got to come back for you. I named my son and my daughter after me. My legacy, if I died today or 50 years from now, is still the Reynolds University. You got a choice today. Corporate setup, I want to do it for you. Articles, also tax ID, $999. Hand it to you and teach you how to fish at the workshops with me. 90 days for setup, 90 days for level 1. So then you can, like you see your favorite movie, you can say it again and again. $9.99 for that too. The office sells it for $19.98, but wait. Today I give half price off today, $999 for you. Still hand you $5,400 of cash credit. Still do the rapid and rescore for free. In the package for $9.99 today. What excuse could anybody have now? There is no excuses anymore. I'm going to repackage your life. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. You can call 800-510-3338 right away. Now let's look at a building in a Lamborghini. All purchase under tax ID. Reaching the dream. I've done it all my life. Think and be the impossible. If I can do this, so can you. Hell, I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. All right? Stealing and begging out of a trash can and become billionaire, double billion by the time I'm 26 in the corporate structure. Isn't it about time you listen to the 20,000 rules of raised rules and tools to change your life, never bring the pain where? Home. But that's on you. Maybe you like that blah, blah, blah out there today. You see, $1 million dream? You give me 90 days, I do the work for you. Teach you how to fish. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. That's kind of fun, too. So let's understand something today. Motivation, I love it. I listen to it every day. But at the end of the day, it's still blah, blah, blah. The only thing we need is flat out, how do we get the money to get the dream? Anything else is blah, blah, blah. I'll show you my goodies. Show me yours, please. If you don't have them, I'll get them to you, too. See, you got a story to tell at the end of the day. I like to get you an 820 credit score and up to 100,000 of credit anyway. Then I want to get you a corporation in divisions and up to $1 million of credit too. I want you to stop being stuck. What's next for you is simple. It's called raise rules. You get stuck with me. Won't that be fun for you? Don't worry, God only made one of me. Now, like I said in the beginning, I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account. I want to clone me into you. Because I think you're screwing it up anyway. Sorry. Because you shouldn't be watching me. You should be a millionaire, billionaire anyway. But you didn't play with me yesterday. So today you better play with me today if you want to win. Bottom line, it's up to you. It's kind of like the blueprint right there. I like the books and CDs. It was fun. The office sells it for $1,000. Today through webinar, if it's done right away, it's $299 today. We'll ship it right away for you. Zelle wire deposit too. You get to listen to me 24/7 and get to the live workshops with me. That'd be kind of fun. I'll pay for that too. By the way, corporate setup today again, $9.99. Are we crazy? Yeah. $5,400 of cash credit for you. 3 times investment back to you. Rapid rescore and credit building too. What excuse could you have today? There isn't any. Zelle wire deposit. You see, how did the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turn corporations into people? It did. By the way, I love the United States of America. I really do. But I want you to understand something about me. Every game I've ever played, after you play with me, you're not going to want to play. Because I always win. I don't lose. I master the rules and the tools, and I use that brain God gave me with the IQ off the chart with total recall. By the time you play with me any real game, you're going to want to run. I always win. So I can show you my goodies and I can get you yours too. United States of America, they package and they control and they basically manage their 50 states. They're all corporations. What do the states do? They got their line of defense too, called cities. That's how they filed that little bankruptcy called Chapter 9. You see, listen carefully. They planned the problem. That's why they invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. And I'm telling you to plan the problem too. It's about time you step up to the plate and win too. Ray's rules, pretty simple. Never have joint credit. House, escrow, close, escrow, basically put it in a trust. Corporation, don't name it after you. Don't name what it does. Up to $1 million of credit anyway. And set up that line of defense, not to bring the pain home ever again. You have the ability today, like I said in the beginning, plan on the problems. Someone's going to try to take it away. You got a little bit of an overview of safety credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it every day. Next thing is you got to learn the 20,000 rules. It's what the workshops are for you. As we do this, remember your SSN. Don't laminate it. Don't use for ID purposes. Don't carry with you. It's not even yours. There's the application. There's the card in your hand. It's not even yours today. The credit system's breaking all the rules. They're not supposed to use it and abuse it for you. So let's use the rapid rescore to block it all. Let's rebuild you and get you an 820 credit score. You ready to play? Me, I'm just going to charge you for the rapid rescore $4.99. Do the rest of the work for free. Get you a $1,000 credit card and invite you to the educational class too. Now what excuse you got? Zelle wire deposit. Millionaires in the Making is my favorite one because I believe everyone has the right to become the corporate millionaire. It's simple. Step 1. All the pieces. Analyze twice. Office wants to sell for $3,995. That's okay. Today, I give it away for $24.99. $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 8 times your investment plus. No excuses anymore. Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. The American dream. Everybody talks about it, but I think most people are full of blue, blue, blue. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to hold your hand. You're stuck with me. I even guaranteed it in writing too. Receiving money every day. Pay all your bills. Drive the company car. Go on a business trip. Help other people. Free up your time. Remember, set up the line of defense. I wish I could teach all those people that are open and close their small business, mom and pops. Because right now they're feeling the pain because those people out there who get their paycheck, open and close them all the time. Not very fair. But at the end of the day, I could have bankrupted their pieces and kept all the pieces for them too. But unfortunately, I don't know if they played with me yet. You got 20,000 rules to master. Here. No one can take away your knowledge after you deal with me. $24.99, $1 million in the making. $25,000 cash credit back to you. 8 times your investment back to you. No excuses anymore. You got to step up to the plate to go back to being stuck. Zelle wire deposit today. Today you got to stay safe and strong. Wondering what's next to come? You and me are what's next to come. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day and give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. God has given me the rules and the tools to share them with you today. And I pray you get to my workshops with me. I'll hold your hand. I won't let you down. But you need to call 800, toll free, 59-3338 right away. Raise rules, 20,000 of these to master. Never bring the pain home ever again. And at the end of the day, don't ever forget. It's pretty simple. God loves us all.